Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Listen, hope everybody's having a fabulous day. I am Ruth McCracken, and as we are wrapping up this year, and I wanted to kind of jump in right away and go ahead and grab your favorite devices because, listen, you even may want to go back and press the replay on this because I have something that I want you as leaders, aspiring leaders, because it really grieves my soul, especially now that we're approaching a new chapter within our life, our career, whether it be in our business. Are you finding it hard right now where when it comes to convicting yourself and maybe prioritizing your self care before you reach the version of yourself, which I've heard actually from a podcast, which convicted me to even want to jump on and share this with you all. So let me know if you're ready, because we can get started right now. Because this is all about convicting the leader version of you of 2030 before 2030 even arrives. Maybe even actually bringing in the 2030 version of you to kind of help navigate the person that you are and looking to become in the present. So here's what I would like for you to do. I want to share with you some four key convictions that I want you to start taking action and activating and inserting in you today. Yes, today. Let me know if you're willing and able to take this challenge in your relentlessness to the pursuit of success, because you're already in the path of success. It's so much easier though to overlook the importance and value of what? Self-care. Maybe because of your spouse, your children, maybe some of the key responsibilities, you often dim the light on you. However, I urge you to consider these four convictions that will not only allow you to continue excelling, but also give yourself the grace to ensure you can rest with ease before 2030 arrives, my friend. You're just like, why do I have to do something where 2030 doesn't even sound like it's far away? That's the thing. I thought the same way with this year, and look at it. It's already almost gone. So imagine if you're not becoming more intentional and creating some sort of activation now, what would that look like? What version of that would that be if you're not being fully intentional right now, my friend? So take heed. Number one, you are your first priority. I'm telling you this again. You are your first priority. Yes, I have little ones too. Yes, my youngest is 10, my son is 14. I do get a piece of them to me, and I give a piece back to them. And they have a piece again. I give a piece of myself to them, and then vice versa. They give majority of themselves because they pretty much are they're codependent on mom and dad here. But what I'm getting at, and I also have a partner. However, I'm gonna ask yourself to be more selfish. I do think in putting myself top priority when it comes to becoming more aware and understanding what does that mean. Without your well-being, your leadership and vision may falter. It may become a fallacy. So you want to be able to recognize the value of investing in yourself. And here's the conviction, my friend. Here's the truth. You ready for it? Prioritize your self-care unapologetically. I have girlfriends who are constantly on my radar. I was like, Ruth, the color purple's coming out, and it's already out actually. And I told myself, how am I going to prioritize this? Because it matters to me that I put myself first, and I want to be able to spend time with hubby. I want to spend time with my kiddos. And here we are in a season where there's things that you want to derive and you want to prioritize. How you do that? Set boundaries, allocate time for rejuvenation, and make self-care an essential part of your routine. And that could very well be hanging out with your peers, your friends. Once you embrace this, you'll find that your energy, your creativity, and resilience will grow skyrocket. You'll lead with a greater clarity and empathy because you've now deposited more time and more self improvement with self. Number two, how are you nourishing your mind and body? Here's what I would like for you to do. Are you the type that says, my mind, I'm so tired, I'm getting a foggy way of thinking, and my body can't lead effectively. So therefore, I want to go ahead and slumber a little bit longer in bed and snooze about the thousandth time on my phone or the alarm, where you know to be true, if you're continuing to neglecting your physical and your mental health, and then you stay in this pattern long term, who are you becoming by 2030 if you stayed in this rhythm? Here's the truth: commit to a holistic approach to well being. Do some regular exercise. Balance your diet. Yes, I love me some Angus burgers, some really rich, medium, pink inside burgers. And oftentimes I say, I want to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and splurge this weekend and be mindful and practice on putting a little safety egg to do certain things, but don't over excessively do it because you're going to abuse your body, Ruth. That's what I tell myself. So know how to prioritize your luxury when it comes to your eating habit, when it comes to your spending habit. And how do you do that? How do you improve in that area? As you nurture your health, you'll also discover and increase focus and reduce stress and become a better version of you. Decision making abilities matter. So you want to go ahead and start enriching and rewiring how you look at yourself, how you view, and how do you identify and become more focused. Number three, let's talk about that. How are you cultivating supportive relationships? Oftentimes we isolate ourselves because we feel burned out, or we're getting led to be burned out. And we recognize that fostering meaningful connections with peers, your friends, your girlfriends, your guy friends, and loved ones is important. It matters, right? Let me know in the comments if this is definitely beneficial. Do you see how you can now move the needle or see yourself progressing in a more organic, in a more healthier manner before 2030 gets here? We don't want it to sneak up on you. And you don't want it to where, oh man, I wish I could have, would have. So make time for those who lift you up, is what I'm getting at. Seek support and mentorship. Hey, therapy is nothing wrong. I'm now seeing a lot of people are embracing therapy, even the male genders in all different type of culture, not just in the black culture, white cultures, Hispanic. I think across the board. Let me know in the comments that you're now finding it to be more a a new normal for you to involve mentorship, even getting a coach and confiding in trusted allies, especially where you're now wanting to cultivate a nice private inner circle of people who's going to help improve some of the areas of opportunities that you may be falling into. How do you build these strong relationships? And most importantly, you want to enhance resilience and provide valuable perspectives, helping you navigate through multiple challenges effectively now so you can rest by 2030. Do all the reconstruction that you can think of, self discovery, whatever it is that you need to do to keep yourself in the sanity pathway. So by the time you get to the 2030 year, that is, you're a whole different landmark. You're a whole different trademark of who you're looking to become in a way that matters as a leader, as a role model. Yes, I do believe this. The old great ancient Einstein said it best. The problem that you're looking to solve right now cannot be solved with the same mindset that created it. What does that mean? You got to change your mind. In order to change your mind, you got to know that I got to cultivate a supporting relationship with a private inner circle, maybe involving those spending time so I can be intentional. Because spending time with those who you love or care about is therapeutic. It really is. Final, last but not least, number four. How do you embrace lifelong learning and growth? Sometimes we get so comfortable in what we do on a day to day, and we often forget that, oh my gosh, I've been out of school. And sometimes you want to think the same way you maybe thought of learning and studying back in 1990 or 2000 or 2020 is not more likely going to be the same way of how you should be studying in the now. So you want to ask yourself, stagnation can lead to disengagement when it comes to continuous learning. Are you causing yourself stagnation at this moment? Are you causing yourself limitation when it comes to your personal growth as well as your professional growth? Are you finding it to be, oh my gosh, it is an eye opener. I need to be vital and sustain success. How do I do that? Well, let me help you bring out the truth. The truth is, you got to commit to ongoing development. Invest in yourself. I don't care if it's putting maybe $200 a week out of your paycheck or 2000, whatever that may be, because if you're maybe going back to getting a degree, or if you're maybe wanting to go back and hire a mentor or a coach, pursue new skills, seek knowledge, and remain curious. I, to this day, I'm a curious Georgette. I would be forcing myself to say that I know everything and that I am perfect. That is not the case here, my friend. As you evolve, your leadership becomes more dynamic and adaptable, positioning you as a visionary leader for the future. Who do you want to become? Who do you want to start being able to project as that best leader version of you? Now, let me know if you're willing to take some action. Let's go ahead and take a recap of what I just shared. If you're just chiming in, you may want to go back and hit the replay on this. We talked about how you are first priority, keeping you on the top of the list. Yes, I do believe in giving. There's a law of reciprocity, but you got to set boundaries. Yes, I do believe that your mind and body belongs to you, but how are you nourishing it? Because you don't want to wait to 2030 and start thinking, oh my gosh, unless you're already in your 20s, in your 30s, this 2030 version of you still wants you to think about your health. It's still that version of you still wants you to think about your psyche, still wants you to think about your spirituality. Yes? And we talked about cultivating supportive line of relationship, an inner circle, whether it be someone that has a specialty as a therapist, or your loved ones, your kids, your partner, whatever the case may be, your girlfriends and guy friends. I said all this because it matters to me that you internalize. So by internalizing what I just shared when it comes to conviction and embracing self-care, you'll not only thrive in your leadership role today, or maybe the one that you're inspiring to land in the near future, but also ensure that you can rest. Let's take a moment and bite that. You can rest and ensure that with ease before 2030 arrives. Who wants to rest with ease before 2030 arrives and not find that the year is going to escape you? So by the time it gets to this year, around this time of the season that I am in right now, that I wish I coulda, woulda. 6 years may not sound like a long time. Even 6 days and 6 months and 6 weeks go by like a lightning fast. Remember this to be true. How are you saving your time? How are you leveraging your time with yourself? Think of you, be selfish. Think of you, put yourself first. Ensure that you can rest. That's commitment. Leadership begins with charismatic commitment to yourself first. Let me know in the comments if this is something it's resonating with you. Ruth, I'm going to go ahead and throw you some fires, or I have a clarifying question. I'm happy that you're going to share those clarifying questions into the inbox. I will personally go in there and celebrate and join you in there. Lead boldly, my friends. Lead wisely. Yes. And lead with a focus on your well-being. Who is going to be challenging themselves today to definitely want to target a successful well-being journey before 2030 hits, my friend? I love that you all are hanging out. I definitely say keep this, subscribe and follow, and make this a repeated mantra every single day to yourself that it matters to us. It matters to me that you're putting yourself in priority as a leader, that you're going to get convicted. You want to be able to do as much work and all the work and efforts now so you can rest with ease by 2030. All right. That's all for now, everyone. Have an amazing day. Until next time.